All right, and welcome to another installation. Good evening. My name is Ernesto Rodriguez. It's another installation of what we call JAE, Fantastic 5 Minutes Interview, where we kind of get together and bring industry leaders, professionals, people who just have a knack for certain industry to bring them to you, share with you their knowledge, their experience, and their skill set, and what requires to be successful in that particular industry. Tonight, I have a special guest. Before I get to the guest, let me introduce myself. My name is Ernesto Rodriguez. I'm the Chief Consultant for JAE Consultant. And this is another installation of a Fantastic 5-minute interview. My guest tonight, his name is Rasool Crawford. Rasool comes to us from the industry of weapons, safety, and wellness. So Rasool, for those who may not be familiar with you or your industry, briefly tell us about you and your background.
Absolutely. My name is Rasool Crawford, Sr. And as you said, I'm in safety and wellness. The name of my company is Katalyst Safety Defense Services. Now, just a little bit about me. I'm a graduate of Delaware State University. My major was criminal justice, sociology / criminal justice. So that kind of gave me some background, the sociology side on why we do some of the things we do, and then the criminal justice side of what's right versus wrong. So that's my background and where I come from with this. I've always wanted to own my own business. In doing that, I didn't initially have a business I wanted to be in. I just wanted to work for myself. I felt like the jobs that I had in law enforcement, in education, weren't paying me my worth. So what I decided to do was to take what I knew, which was law enforcement, some firearms training and education, and kind of put it all together. So that's my background. That's how I ended up here.
Smart move, man. I'm glad you did that, man. Thank you so much. So I know you've been in this for quite a little bit now. So in your assessment, what kind of changes and trends have you seen from the time you get in, or even before you got in, when you were just in college and studying different, aspects of criminal justice? What changes have you seen and what trends have you seen from then to now?
Okay. And first, let me say what I offer, what services I offer. I do background checks, drug testing, first aid, CPR training, and some firearms training. So what I've seen change the most, and I'll say this is within since 2020, during this pandemic, is the purchasing of firearms. Now, when it comes to our people, we haven't been as proactive as a lot of others in this country when it comes to the Second Amendment. And there's a bunch of reasons for that. I mean, going back through history. However, I was working at gun shows before, selling safety defense products, stun guns, pepper sprays, those kind of things. Right. I've never been one to push firearms on anybody. I've always known kind of how to function, how to use firearms for myself. But what I noticed when the pandemic hit is that we started coming out in droves, looking to purchase, wanting information on firearms. And it was a need for me at the time. I wasn't an instructor, but I said, if we're going to be purchasing at this rate, somebody needs to teach us.
That's right.
So in March of 2020, the ATF said that there were 2.7 million guns sold in that month alone. Since then, it's been right around 2.9 to 2.7 million every month since.
Consistent.
What that says to me is that a lot of our friends, family, neighbors are owning firearms now.
Right.
And again, we're in a country with the Second Amendment, so there's nothing wrong with that. We just need to know how to properly and proficiently use those firearms, know what the purpose of a particular firearm was created for. And I won't stay on this long, but just a quick example. I meet a lot of people who tell me, oh, I got an AR-15. That's fine. AR-15 is a hell of a weapon if you're going to war. However, I'm like, brother, you live in an apartment. Don't you shoot that thing off in an apartment. But that's the education I need us to get, to know exactly what we're doing, because you will essentially be putting everyone around you in danger.
No doubt.
And even if you were in the right, someone is in your home. If you kill your neighbors, we are responsible for that.
That's right.
So I need to educate if we're going to be disinvolved in firearms.
So with that said, that brings me to the next question. what do you think makes for the best safety and wellness instructor or somebody who's getting into that business? What makes for the best kind of person in that business?
I would say what makes someone the best in especially this field is the fact that you're doing it because you want to pass on the knowledge. What I saw, because the numbers that I gave during the pandemic, what I saw is a bunch of people run out and become firearms instructors. However, I see some things that are clearly unsafe, incorrect when it comes to a lot of instructors, because it was the money grab. They did it for the money. They're getting them in and out of there. They're not doing any education on laws. You know, they're just getting out.
They're just getting the money. They're not worried about
getting the money,
about
getting out permits. Like I've seen instructors hold up their stack of cash for social media, and I'm glad that you're making a living. However, this isn't the field that you need to be showing. Oh yeah, we're just making money, putting guns in people's hands, halfway training people.
Right, there's a little responsibility with that. That's right.
It goes up, man. It goes up when it comes to this. So we have to be responsible for that. We got to be responsible for each other.
Absolutely. Excellent. Excellent. So in that case, and how do you best serve your clients?
So one thing that I pride myself on is professionalism. I do it just for me. However, I know the rap that a lot of Black-owned businesses get, of course, in not being professional, people not wanting to return. So no matter what service, product, or whatever you get from me, I always want to meet my standards of professionalism. The same way that I would want someone to treat me, the same way I would want them to be eager to find out if there's an issue, is the way I try to handle my company. Okay, so yeah, I think it's very important. I think professionalism is very, very important. It gets overlooked sometimes.
Funny how you say that. Everybody that I've interviewed so far, that's one of the key principles that they keep bringing up about professionalism, especially Black business, because that's what kills us. You know,
because what I found out is we get comfortable with each other, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. However, when you're paying me, you don't want to show up and me say, "What's up, bro? How you doing?"
Hold up.
It's like, wait a minute, I could have got that for free somewhere.
Right.
So professionalism goes a long way. It makes people feel comfortable, especially in this profession. If you're going to be around firearms, if you're teaching CPR training and the life is at stake, you want to know that the person giving you the information is a professional. It's serious, that he's not going to be joking the whole time.
What they're talking about.
Going to be, right. So yeah, that goes a long way. And sometimes I think it gets overlooked.
Without a doubt, man. So what advice will you give to someone coming into the industry now? You know, someone who's maybe watching this video right now, a young person, says, man, you know, I really like weapons and I like, you know, training, I like educating people. What do I need to do to get started in this business?
I would say, don't do it for the money. It can be lucrative. However, in all of the services I provide, if you let money tempt you, you'll go about this the wrong way. Let's take background checks, for instance. It's not as serious. We're not going to be as serious as firearms. But when it comes to background checks or drug testing, if I'm doing it for your company, you don't want me to get a future employee of yours like, hey, man, I got a couple bucks if I come back clean.
Right.
Because I'm doing you a disservice.
That's right.
And I think that people that are in it for the money will take those opportunities.
Those shortcuts. That's right. That's right.
Versus having the integrity of being for the business. You know, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to make sure that you have the proper people working for you so you can succeed. And the more you succeed, the more you'll call on me to test more people.
That's right.
So find something to do that you can put your all into and not have to take those shortcuts.
So critical, man. And as you were saying that, I was thinking about that instructor, firearm instructor who was on Facebook or whatever he was on, showing the stack of money and so forth. When that entered into my mind, I said, I bet that person taking shortcuts. and they're doing stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. That's not within the standard and so forth. But for them, it's a quick money, right? And they pass all that, like we said, it puts that company that you're doing those background checks for, those drug testing for, especially for example,
when it comes to that firearm instructor, they're putting all of us in danger.
Oh my goodness, everybody.
If they're doing a concealed carry, now while you're getting your groceries, you have someone who has no clue what to do carrying around a weapon because they just got him a permit to carry.
Is this the safety right here?
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So dangerous, man. Exactly. It's a form of retired Army soldier, man. The importance of that. You got it. Safety first. Safety first. Perfect. So this is the last question. This is the juicy one, bread and butter.
Okay. Right.
If you were able to pass on 3 principles to the next generation for succeeding in life, work, or business, or whatever, just good, solid advice, even ones that you would give your kids for succeeding in life, what would those 3 principles be and why?
Okay, and I'm going to give you 3 principles that I would tell myself if I had to start back over from the beginning. Number 1, network with like-minded people. I don't think we do it enough as a community to network with each other, to help each other along, to join. Right now, my son goes to Bowie State. He's in sports management. Right. He's in sports management. So I'm like, you need to meet somebody that's a trainer. You need to meet somebody that's in law school. You need to meet, and then you guys create your own firm.
There you go.
You do it all right there. But you got to network. You got to network. Right. It's too many of us.
Get out the comfort zone.
Right. There's too many of us on that treadmill trying to work for ourselves and just do it by ourselves, but we're not going anywhere. And I have to do better. I got to do better at networking as well. So that's the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say is work to serve. Whatever you're doing, if you have customers, you need to work to serve that customer.
I love that. I love that.
It will only turn into more business because word of mouth is still one of the best ways to advertise. So if you're working to serve, you'll always have someone singing your praises. And then the last thing I would say is enjoy what you do. Again, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to work for myself.
Right.
So it was easy to find something that I can enjoy doing, that I don't mind getting up to do, that I will invest myself and my time into because I see the benefit of it. That's what I would say.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Oh, you heard it first right here on JAE Consulting from the mouth of my man, Rasool Crawford, who is in the CEO for Katalyst Safety Defense. I am so glad you took this 5 minutes or more, and it's okay, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
And provided information for our people to have access to it. So I'm grateful for you, brother. Thank you so much for taking the time. My name is Ernesto Rodriguez, CEO, Chief Consultant for JAE Consulting. So Rasool, for people who want to learn more about what you do, how to get in touch with you, want to get a concealed carry, learn how to shoot, how to get the license, whatever, how do they reach you, man?
Okay, so I can be found on social media, on Facebook at Katalyst Safety Defense Services, and that's Katalyst with the K, Katalyst, Katalyst Safety Defense Services. On Instagram and Twitter, it's Katalyst SDS.
Perfect. Perfect. So now they know how to reach you, man. I wish you great success. In this conversation, we just scratched the surface.
Right.
Back at a later time, we can get deeper into it, man. Think about expanding it to longer than 5 minutes, because obviously 5 minutes is not enough time to really get information out there. So, and nonetheless, thank you, sir. Thank you.
And thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Until next time, I'll see you then. Take care. And I wish you great success with Katalyst.
All right. Thank you, brother. You have a good one.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.